Imagine a darkness descending, not gradually with the setting sun, but abruptly and inexplicably, casting a shadow over your very being. This isn't just a fleeting blue mood. It's a tempest of emotions, a maelstrom of physical discomfort, and a disruption of daily life so profound that it can only be described as debilitating. This, unfortunately, is the reality for countless women grappling with premenstrual dysphoric disorder, or PMDD. PMDD, a severe form of premenstrual syndrome, is characterized by a constellation of emotional, physical, and behavioral symptoms that emerge cyclically, tightly tethered to a woman's menstrual cycle. More than just an intensification of the typical mood fluctuations associated with PMS, PMDD plunges its sufferers into a vortex of despair, anxiety, and irritability so severe that it disrupts their work, relationships, and overall quality of life. This exploration aims to shed light on the often misunderstood world of PMDD. While often confused with its milder counterpart, premenstrual syndrome, PMS, PMDD distinguishes itself through the sheer intensity of its symptoms and the profound impact it has on a woman's ability to function. PMS, while uncomfortable, typically involves manageable physical and emotional changes in the days leading up to menstruation. PMDD, on the other hand, unleashes a torrent of symptoms that extend far beyond mild irritability or bloating. Women with PMDD describe experiencing profound sadness that can escalate into suicidal thoughts, uncontrollable rage that damages relationships, and overwhelming anxiety that makes even the simplest tasks feel insurmountable. Understanding the distinction between PMDD and PMS is paramount in providing appropriate support and treatment. By recognizing the severity of PMDD and advocating for its recognition as a distinct clinical entity, we can empower women to seek help, access effective interventions, and reclaim control over their lives. The emotional landscape of PMDD is perhaps its most striking and distressing feature. Imagine a roller coaster, not of exhilarating highs and lows, but of unpredictable and often terrifying plunges into despair, anger, and anxiety. One moment, a wave of overwhelming sadness crashes down, leaving behind a feeling of emptiness and hopelessness so profound that even the smallest tasks seem insurmountable. Then, as quickly as the sadness arrived, it can be replaced by a surge of intense irritability and anger. Adding to the emotional turmoil is a pervasive sense of anxiety and tension. Understanding the cyclical nature of these emotional shifts is crucial, as it provides a framework for recognizing the disorder and seeking appropriate support. While the emotional and psychological symptoms of PMDD are often the most prominent and debilitating, it's crucial to recognize that this disorder also manifests physically, further compounding the suffering of those affected. Fatigue is a common complaint among women with PMDD, often described as an overwhelming lack of energy that permeates all aspects of life. Another hallmark symptom of PMDD is bloating, a feeling of fullness and discomfort in the abdomen often accompanied by visible swelling. Headaches, particularly migraines, are frequently reported by women with PMDD, adding another layer of pain and discomfort to their experience. Breast tenderness and swelling are also common physical manifestations of PMDD, often accompanied by a feeling of fullness or achiness in the breasts. The physical symptoms of PMDD, combined with the emotional and psychological turmoil, create a perfect storm of suffering that can significantly impact a woman's quality of life. The impact of PMDD extends far beyond the individual, sending ripples through relationships, social circles, and overall quality of life. The emotional volatility, irritability, and social withdrawal characteristic of this disorder can strain even the strongest bonds, leaving women feeling isolated and misunderstood. One of the most heartbreaking consequences of PMDD is its potential to damage relationships with loved ones. Friendships can also suffer, as the social withdrawal and emotional instability associated with PMDD make it challenging to maintain close connections. The workplace can also be a challenging environment for women with PMDD. Raising awareness about PMDD, educating partners and families about its symptoms, and fostering open communication are crucial steps in mitigating these impacts and creating a more supportive and understanding environment. For years, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, or PMDD, languished in the shadows of misunderstanding, often dismissed as merely a severe form of PMS or misdiagnosed as other mood disorders. However, as research has illuminated the unique characteristics and profound impact of PMDD, it has gained recognition as a distinct clinical entity, demanding specific diagnostic criteria and tailored treatment approaches. Distinguishing PMDD from other conditions, such as major depressive disorder or generalized anxiety disorder, is crucial for ensuring appropriate intervention. The symptoms of PMDD emerge predictably during the luteal phase, the 2 weeks preceding menstruation, and typically subside within a few days of menstrual flow commencing. Recognizing PMDD as a separate disorder is not merely a matter of semantics. It has profound implications for treatment and support. By acknowledging its uniqueness, we empower women to seek specialized care, access evidence-based interventions, and navigate their experience with greater understanding and support. Diagnosing PMDD can be challenging, as it relies heavily on recognizing a pattern of symptoms that align with specific criteria outlined in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, or DSM-5, the gold standard for mental health diagnoses. According to the DSM-5, a diagnosis of PMDD requires the presence of at least 5 symptoms during most menstrual cycles, with at least one symptom being from a list of mood-related disturbances. These mood-related disturbances include profound sadness or despair, marked irritability or anger, or heightened anxiety and tension that can manifest as feelings of being on edge or overwhelmed. In addition to mood-related symptoms, women must experience at least 4 other symptoms from a list that encompasses physical, emotional, and behavioral changes. The cyclical nature of these symptoms, directly linked to the menstrual cycle, is a hallmark feature of PMDD and is essential for diagnosis. PMDD is not simply a matter of experiencing premenstrual discomfort. It's a debilitating disorder that significantly impacts a woman's ability to function in various aspects of her life. Imagine trying to navigate a storm without a compass or map, tossed about by unpredictable winds and waves. This is akin to the experience of many women with PMDD who struggle to understand the cyclical nature of their symptoms and communicate their experiences effectively to healthcare professionals. Symptom tracking involves meticulously recording the onset, duration, and severity of PMDD symptoms throughout several menstrual cycles. By charting the cyclical storm of PMDD, women gain valuable insights into their individual experience of the disorder. Moreover, symptom tracking provides concrete evidence to share with healthcare providers, facilitating accurate diagnosis and personalized treatment plans. Symptom tracking empowers women to become active participants in their healthcare journey. The emotional landscape of a woman living with untreated PMDD can be likened to navigating a turbulent sea with no land in sight. The relentless onslaught of extreme emotional shifts takes a heavy toll on mental well-being, leaving behind a trail of exhaustion, vulnerability, and diminished self-worth. Feelings of sadness morph into profound despair, leaving you grappling with a sense of hopelessness that can make even the simplest tasks feel insurmountable. As the emotional storm rages on, waves of irritability and anger can crash down unexpectedly, transforming minor annoyances into major triggers. The constant fear of losing control can be isolating, pushing you to withdraw from social interactions and further fueling feelings of loneliness. Recognizing the profound impact of PMDD on mental health is crucial for seeking timely intervention and breaking free from the grip of this debilitating disorder. PMDD's ripple effect on relationships. Untreated PMDD casts a shadow over relationships, causing emotional volatility and miscommunication. Partners may feel like they are walking on eggshells, unsure of what might trigger an outburst. This constant tension can create a rift, making it challenging to maintain intimacy and connection. Open communication and seeking professional guidance are essential steps in fostering healthier relationships. The weight of PMDD economic and societal implications. Untreated PMDD has significant economic and societal implications, from decreased productivity and absenteeism to increased healthcare costs. The burden affects individuals, businesses, and the healthcare system. Addressing PMDD can create a more supportive and equitable society. Exploring the etiology of PMDD. PMDD is a complex disorder influenced by biological, genetic, and environmental factors. Hormonal fluctuations, particularly in estrogen and progesterone, play a significant role. Serotonin levels influenced by these hormones affect mood and behavior. Genetic predisposition and environmental stressors further contribute to PMDD. Beyond PMDD, navigating the labyrinth of comorbidities. PMDD rarely travels alone, often accompanied by co-occurring mental health conditions, complicating diagnosis and treatment. Major depressive disorder and generalized anxiety disorder are common comorbidities, amplifying PMDD symptoms. Substance use and eating disorders also frequently co-occur, complicating treatment. Effective PMDD management requires addressing these comorbidities for comprehensive relief. Recognizing the risk factors that increase susceptibility to PMDD. Research identifies several risk factors for PMDD, including age, family history, and chronic stress. Women in their late 20s to early 40s are most susceptible. Genetics and hormonal sensitivity play significant roles. Chronic stress and past trauma can exacerbate symptoms. Understanding these factors helps in early intervention and management. Unveiling the invisible advancements in PMDD research. Premenstrual Dysphoric Disorder, or PMDD, has long been a mystery. Recent research is revealing its complexities, offering new insights and potential treatments. Neuroimaging studies show distinct brain activity differences in women with PMDD, particularly in emotional regulation and stress response. Genetic research is identifying specific gene variants linked to PMDD, paving the way for personalized treatments. These advancements promise a future where PMDD diagnosis and care are more precise and effective. As our understanding grows, so does our ability to support women with PMDD. Beyond medications, exploring non-pharmacological approaches. Non-pharmacological approaches for PMDD include lifestyle changes, stress reduction, and psychological therapies. Techniques like mindfulness, yoga, and dietary changes can help manage symptoms. Reducing caffeine and alcohol, and ensuring adequate nutrients are key. Stress management and CBT offer valuable tools for emotional resilience. These holistic approaches empower women to reclaim control over their lives. A brighter horizon. The promise of personalized PMDD treatment. Personalized PMDD treatment is the future. By considering genetic, lifestyle, and environmental factors, we can create tailored plans that address root causes, not just symptoms. Imagine a world where your treatment is as unique as you are, empowering you to reclaim control over your life. Empowering women. The path forward in PMDD awareness and support. Knowledge is power. By shedding light on PMDD, we empower women to recognize symptoms, seek intervention, and find support. Imagine a world where PMDD is openly discussed, understood, and met with compassion. Education and community support are key to fostering understanding and empathy. Together, we can create a supportive environment for those living with PMDD. A collective responsibility. Fostering a future of understanding and support. Addressing PMDD requires a collective effort from healthcare providers, researchers, policymakers, and society. By working together, we can create a future with greater understanding, compassion, and support. Imagine a future where PMDD is diagnosed through a simple blood test and treated with personalized approaches. Advocating for policies that support women with PMDD is crucial. When women thrive, families thrive, communities thrive, and societies thrive. By embracing our collective responsibility for compassion and understanding about PMDD, we create a brighter future for everyone.